The winter wind cut through his thin jacket as Daniel sat on the park bench, his little daughter asleep beside him under a blanket that had seen better days. Once, he had been a skilled watchmaker, running his own modest repair shop. But after his wife passed away and medical bills swallowed everything, life unraveled faster than he could hold it together. Now, the only thing he could fix were the memories he replayed in his mind. That morning, hunger gnawed at his stomach as he watched people in expensive coats hurry past. None of them looked twice at him, until she did. A woman in a tailored suit, her heels clicking against the pavement, paused when her watch slipped from her wrist and clattered near Daniel's feet. She bent down, clearly frustrated. Not again. This watch hasn't worked right in months. Daniel picked it up gently. It was no ordinary watch. He could tell at a glance it was vintage, custom-made, worth more than anything he had owned in years. "You're lucky it didn't shatter," he said softly. She gave him a quick, skeptical look. "You sound like you know something about it." "I used to repair watches," Daniel replied, careful not to sound desperate. "If you'd like, I can take a look." Her brow lifted, as if she couldn't decide whether to laugh or trust him. But something in his calm, steady tone made her extend her hand. "Fine. But if you scratch it, that's on you." Daniel rolled the delicate mechanism between his fingers. His hands, though weathered, still remembered the art. With a small twist and adjustment, he nudged the gears back into alignment. Then, the unexpected happened. The watch ticked to life, then spoke. Not in a mechanical chime. Not in a digital tone. But in a voice. A man's voice. Her breath caught. Daniel looked up, startled, as a recording echoed from the tiny device. "Lily, if you're hearing this, it means the watch found its way back to you. Remember what I told you, time is precious, but people are priceless. Don't forget that, my daughter." Her eyes filled instantly with tears. "That voice, it's my father's." Daniel froze. "Your father?" She nodded, trembling. "He passed away last year. He left me this watch, but I never knew. I didn't know it held his message." For a moment, the busy city melted away. There were just two people, a homeless father and a grieving daughter, bound together by a voice from the past. Lily, the woman who only moments ago had looked at Daniel as if he were invisible, now looked at him with gratitude and wonder. "You've given me back something I thought I lost forever." Daniel swallowed hard. "Your father must have loved you very much." She blinked back tears, studying him more closely now. The exhaustion in his face, the little girl curled up beside him, the dignity he carried despite his circumstances, it all told a story. "You said you used to repair watches. Why aren't you?" She trailed off, realizing the answer. Daniel managed a small smile. "Life has a way of breaking things you can't always fix." Silence hung between them, heavy and meaningful. Then Lily did something unexpected. She sat down beside him on the cold bench. A CEO heiress in heels, next to a homeless single dad. "You fixed something I didn't even know was broken," she said softly. "The least I can do is help you fix your life." At first, Daniel resisted. Pride, fear, the weight of too many disappointments, but then he saw his daughter stir, her tiny hand clutching the blanket tighter. He realized that sometimes accepting kindness wasn't weakness. It was hope. Within weeks, Lily helped Daniel restart his career. She gave him a small space in one of her company's buildings to open a repair stall. His craftsmanship drew attention, but it was his humility and warmth that won people over. Customers returned, not just for fixed watches, but for the quiet wisdom he shared with each tick and tock he repaired. And as for Lily, every time she heard her father's voice in that watch, she remembered the day a stranger on a bench reminded her what he meant: people are priceless. Daniel's life wasn't instantly perfect. But it was mended, like the gears of a watch carefully set back into motion. And in that steady rhythm, he found not just survival, but dignity, purpose, and the reminder that even broken lives can be wound up again. Because sometimes, the smallest act of kindness, a trust, a repair, a moment shared, can change the entire course of time. This story reminds us that while time is valuable, people are beyond measure. Compassion has the power to mend lives in ways money never can.